Brian back here with a look at Myro. As you can see here, we have a massive wedge building up here. All right, we got overhead resistance, we got bottom support, okay, the whole way down here. So got a big move coming, right? Obviously, we want to see a break to the upside. We zoom out on this thing. It don't look so big in the grand scheme of things, does it? But we've had this big falling wedge to the downside. It has broke up. All right, now we're looking for a push here, right? Looking for this thing to really start gaining some traction. I just got off the phone with my good friend Larry from Arkansas down there. Big supporter of the channel, also a good friend, and a large holder of Myro. All right, so let's zoom into this and take a look and see what's going on here. First off, all right, the way you should look for a target for a falling wedge is you take the width of the target, the width of the wedge, and that gives you your target, right? So if we take the width of this thing, move it over, put it on our breakout, brings us right up to roughly 28 cents. Okay, it's right up to a 618. That's 618. 618 is down here. 702 is up here, right into a potential landing zone. Right now, we come down here and zoom in on this, and this is on a daily. Let's go on a 4-hour chart so they can break this down a little bit. Okay, because we got some breaking down here to do. All right, first off, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? 5 waves up. All right, then over here, we have a corrective structure. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 waves down. All right, got your corrective structure in here. Then you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 waves up. All right. And once again, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 waves down. Alright, now we're moving over here. What do we have? Well, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 waves to the upside. Alright, now over here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 waves down. Okay, now you can see how we've broken all of this down through here, all these waves, everything else. Okay, the only question I have here as far as wave counts to the upside here. All right, I do not see what I'm talking about is 1, 2, 3, all right, that which would have been fine until we violated the top of wave 1 over here with all this down here. All right, so that can't be a 4 or 5 here. All right, it could be. It would just be, you know, it wouldn't count for Elliott wave theory. All right, now what do we have going on in here? Do we have a possible 1, 2 starting and a 3 wave up, 4, 5, and a breakout to the upside? Possible, right? Let me show you some stuff here. Let's get this stuff off here. Alright, all that off there. Now, these areas here, these white lines, these are major support areas. Alright, this is a weekly support. We come on weekly. Alright, you can see we have closing candles here. These are all closing areas. Down here, all right, you have a weekly right through here. All right, pretty strong weekly. Let's make that weight. All right, at 227, and then you have a monthly down here. All right, at, unlock this a second, okay, because unlock. There we go. Could pull this, over this way too. This wick came down to there, but you're closing candles. You have a range in here really for this monthly. Comes down at the very bottom here down to 218. Right, that was a wick here. All right, so this area all up through here is a major support area. Right, this area up through here. Okay, major support area. Monthly closing candles and weekly closing candles. All right, all through here. All right, that is a major area. Right, one thing we don't want to do, obviously, is come out the bottom of this wedge here. All right, let's go back on a daily. All right, now you can see our top lines up perfectly and our bottom lines up perfectly on this. Okay, I can't see this breaking through and coming down. I mean, could it? Yeah, technically it could, no question about it. But that would bring us back down, almost for a double bottom, which double bottoms are extremely bullish. But nobody, after the breakout of this wedge, you would expect this thing to keep going, higher and higher here. All right, so what I'm looking for here is I want to see this thing grab support right here at 272, right in this area down through here, 267, anywhere in here. All right, without losing this wedge. All right, that's one thing we definitely want to see here. Now, could it shoot down through here, grab liquidity? That would be a perfectly normal thing, right? Pushes down, people say, oh boy, I'm going short, all right? Then it shoots back up in here, grabs that liquidity from the shorts and fires at the top side. Is that possible? Yeah, 1,000,000%. I've seen it a lot of times, right? A lot of times. Fake outs is what they're called, right? We get a wick down through here, instantly people short, then that wick gets sucked right back up in, takes out all the shorts, all right? Takes our stop losses out, and then fires it back up the top. Grabs a bunch of liquidity is what it does, and then fires at the top side. Now, if this does come out the top, where could a potential target be? Well, be heading up towards that 0.053. Okay, that would be the target for this thing. If we take the width of the wedge, that's not going to put us up there, but give us an idea here, right? Yeah, it does. Okay, because it's probably going to break out somewhere. I would imagine up towards that area somewhere. I doubt it's going to run this whole thing. Could, definitely could, but even if it did run the whole way out there, up towards 5 cents. Now, if it broke down, it just wouldn't make a whole lot of sense, to me. It really wouldn't, even if it did break down, this area here, if it lost that area there, then I would really wonder what the heck is going on with Myro. All right, because this blue area through here has proven to be a major support area, right? We got the breakout here. This came down for numerous days, rode on here, held it perfectly fine, and kept going. Now, we come out, let's go on a weekly, right? And take a fib from the bottom to the top, right there. Okay, a normal, like a wave 2 retracement, right, would be a 50% would be a normal wave 2, just about where it's at, 3, 4, 5, and so on. All right, that would be perfectly normal. Let's take a look at some more SIs here and see if they give us any indication here, right? On a daily, All right, the daily RSI right at the bottom, getting ready to head to the upside. Right now, if this was at the very top, like over here, you can see what happens when it gets to the top. A lot of times, you see that pull down. All right, over here, you got to the top and the pull down. Right, you're at the bottom, push up, bottom, push up. You're at the bottom, you're looking for that push up. Right, 12-hour. Right at the very bottom also. All right, so and we'll look at the rest of them. But what do we got going on here? Maybe a 1, 2, 3, maybe fourth wave pullback and a fifth wave up, maybe. What's the 8-hour? 8-hour is that a 30.9 and a 30.1? It's rolling like that because of this pullback. Okay, the 4-hour. The 4-hour is trying to turn back up. Okay, it is definitely trying to turn back to the upside. Let's see where this thing's at. Alright, right between a 50% and a 618. Okay, the 1 hour heading to the upside, right? And if you come down through here, with the trend line, right? Come down through, matching up them wicks. What do you got? You got a breakout. Well, not a breakout, but a break of resistance here, right? You have a green 1-hour candle heading towards the upside. All right, so it's very possible that this is where we get the bounce and it goes. Yeah, very, very possible, right? I mean, we're right in a perfect retracement area. We've broken out of a resistance. Let's make this a 1 so I can tighten this up. There we go. Put it on there. There we go. Right there. Okay. You can see it was resistance. Hit it, rejected. Hit it, rejected. Hit it, rejected. Hit it, broke through it. Came back, retest. Should be, what are we on the 15-minute here? 15 minutes trying to turn back up. All right, you can see here this thing got the break, got the retest. It's gonna go. This should be the time that it does it. This should be the go time, right? Got the 15-minute trying to turn back to the upside. Not even close to oversold down here. Come out here on a weekly. Weekly's at the top. Monthly, don't have monthly. All right, but that daily is going to be reset here in about 45 minutes. Okay, so overall, 12 hours at the bottom, 8-hour at the bottom, 4-hour trying to turn back up. Green candle, 1 hour at the bottom, got the break, right, and you can see another support line coming through right through here, right through there, right? So you want to see it definitely hold this area right there. It's looking pretty decent. As long as we get this bounce here and it goes, that would be great. Now, one thing that would give me a sign, that obviously a bottom was in here would be taking out this prior high right over here, which, I mean, if we take that out, it's going to break out the top of the wedge here, so that ain't going to matter anyway, right? That's going to be a breakout. Let me get this on there as good as I can. There we go. Okay. All right, so keep your eye on Myro here. Not looking too bad. Bouncing right off the moving average down here on the bottom. If we pull this up, look at that. That's on the 4-hour. Broke back up above the moving average, coming down, retesting it now as a support area. That's the 4-hour. Got a 4-hour green candle. 1 hour is coming down and hitting it right now. Coming down towards there, or I'm sorry, price is coming back up at this low and a higher low. What we got here? here as far as this low, the higher low. Yeah, looks good. So looking pretty decent, right? I mean, we take out even this high here at 0.0306. All right, that would take out this here. That would give me a lot of confidence here that that this thing's going to be moving to the upside. All right, so keep your eye on Myro here. Definitely got a big move coming. All right, get the breakout towards the upside here, and this could be a really great move. You know, if you long and short, right now might not be a bad idea to take a long on this thing, because if it does go up and break out the top, you know, the risk to reward would be huge, right? Put your stop loss, you know, down below, you know, maybe down here 0.0279. This isn't financial advice at all right? I'm just saying the risk to reward could be massive. You know, you go in a long position right here, and this thing ends up to 5 cents on leverage, right? You go long and it runs up to 5 cents, which is, wow, 77% move on a 10x. You'd almost 8x your money. So on a grand, you could possibly turn that into, excuse me, $7,000 or $8,000. Pretty crazy, right? That's why I like leverage trading, guys. Check out that level 3, guys. We would love to have you in there. Please hit that like and subscribe. If you feel like it, buy me a coffee. It's in the link in the description of the video. I'd appreciate that. But definitely don't want to see 0.0263 taken out. All right, unless it's a wick down and it goes back up in here. All right, but looking for a push up from Myro. All the RSIs are heading that way. Let's see what happens. Have a great day, everybody. Thank you so much.